What's up, guys? Emerald the Void here, bringing you this build video today on what I plan on doing with my Mechromancer and mine and Thompson Games playthrough of Borderlands 2. I found this nifty little character builder on the internet. I just googled it and found this cool little majig here, and I just went ahead and filled in everything that I thought I would want to grab up to the level that I can play through. I can only go to 61 because I don't have the other DLC that makes the cap go to 72, so I'll only be playing to 61. So I just built my character to 61. But to start off, I put 5 into cooking up trouble. While your gun's magazine is full, you regenerate 2% of your maximum health per second. So after an encounter, if we're kind of hurting for health, I can just regenerate 2% per second, which is, not bad. This build is kind of called the lazy build, I guess you would say, because it relies mostly on your death trap, which is fine with me because I picked the Mechromancer because of Giant Robot. So it doesn't really focus on anything that I can do personally, although I can still do things. It's just that most of my points I put into stuff that affect my death trap and make me more tanky so that I don't die. Then for our second thing, fancy mathematics, improve shield recharge delay up to negative 70% and shield recharge rate up to plus 60%. Based on how your health is. The lower your health, the greater the bonuses. Now, granted, all of this is at the max level that I can get to. This is not early game stuff. This is all late game stuff. This is what I hope to get to by the end of the game. Then we put 5 into the better half. When your magazine is at least half empty, you gain a fire rate of plus 60%. Potent as a pony. Increase maximum health for you by 20% and death trap by 10%. So it all just goes back to making our death trap be able to take more damage and us be able to take more damage. And then we've got Upshot Robot. While death trap is active, if you or death trap kill an enemy, it increases death trap's duration by 5 seconds and grants both of you a 4% stackable melee damage bonus. Bonuses are lost when death trap goes away. So you throw him out, he goes in, he does his stuff, he fucks shit up, you're over there supporting him with your whatever. I kind of want to support with some kind of explosive weapon, because I just think that'd be really cool. Throwing out a giant robot and just having a grenade launcher, standing in the background just shooting grenades, like a mortar or something. I thought that'd be a really cool way to play this character, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. Explosive clap, death trap ability. Death trap causes an explosion in front of him, dealing explosive damage to all nearby enemies. So, again, more explosions. Probably should have called this build Michael Bay, but next ability, made of sterner stuff. You and Death Trap gain plus 5% damage reduction against all damage types. Death Trap gains plus 15% melee damage. 20% cooler. It increases the cooldown rate of your action skill by 30%. And the last skill in the tree of Best Friends Forever, Sharing is Caring, grants you a copy of your shield to Death Trap. So all this stuff that's like helping our shields is also going to go to our death trap. So now our death trap's just going to be a giant murder machine. He's already my magic murder bot, but now he's going to be a tankier magic murder bot. Then we move on to the Little Big Trouble tree. I put 33 points in the Best Friends Forever tree, 23 points in the Little Big Trouble, and no points into Ordered Chaos. If I had the expansion, I would probably go into this because you can do some cool stuff with Anarchy and smaller, lighter, faster. Going down into some of these would be pretty cool. That would be cool to grab. The Robot Rampage. There's some other ones over here that I would probably get, but since I don't have the expansion, I'm not even really gonna worry about them. Then we have 5 into More Pep. Increases your chances of applying Burn by 10%, Electrocute by 20, Corrode by 10, and Slag by 10. So status effects, that's pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. Myelin grants you 30% resistance to shock damage. Also increases your shield capacity by 15%, which also helps with our Sharing is Caring. Shock Storm, killing an enemy with a critical hit causes an electrical storm, dealing rank 5 electrocute damage to nearby enemies. Electrical storms are also caused by Death Trap whenever he kills an enemy. So that's pretty cool stuff. I put 1 in the Stare. Death Trap ability. Death Trap fires a laser beam and sweeps it across the battlefield, dealing burn damage and possibly igniting enemies. So he's got his magic murder death laser that shoots out of his eye to fuck up those pesky bandits and those pesky everythings, honestly. Evil Enchantress. It's a kill skill. Killing an enemy increases by 30% to the damage that your burn and all your status effects deal for a short period of time. So, excuse me. So it buffs your status effects by 30%, so that also helps with the Stare. Then you've got Shock and Awe. Reloading your gun causes an electrical explosion, damaging nearby enemies. So while I'm in the background shooting my mortar, whenever I have to reload, if there's anybody near me, they get shocked with an electrical storm. And then last but not least, 1-2 boom. Death Trap ability. Death Trap shoots out an orb of energy at an enemy. If you shoot it, it'll explode, dealing massive shock damage to nearby enemies. So also going to get a buff from the Evil Enchantress. So all of these skills kind of just play off each other and make it to where he's just a big, bulking behemoth that shoots lasers out of his fucking eyes. And I thought that was just cool as shit. It might be, quote-unquote, the lazy man's build or the lazy build or whatever you want to call it, because you're relying completely, excuse me, you're relying completely on your Death Trap to do everything for you. But at the same time, that's what I love about the Mechromancer. I love the ability to summon a giant fucking robot. Like, I love robots. I love mechs. I love just robot carnage. And I feel like that is what this build is going to bring to the table once we get to that level 61 cap in late game. Right now, I think I've got my first... I'm going to take my first point into cooking up trouble. I haven't actually spent any of my points yet, because I kind of wanted to wait and get these bonuses, get a bunch of bonuses at the same time. But what I think I'm going to do is just go ahead and take that one and just build down the tree. I'm probably going to get the cooking up trouble first. Then I will have to probably go with the fancy mathematics after that, followed by the potent as a pony. Then I'll get the better half. Then I'll get the upshot robot. Then I'll probably go down, get the Maid of Sterner Stuff. Actually, I may just go ahead and get the explosive clap, then the Maid of Sterner Stuff, and then just follow the tree down. And then as for the second tree, probably going to get the Mylan first, just because it doesn't really go down anywhere. It's just kind of there, and then you don't go down to the strength of the 5 gorillas. So then I'll get the more pep. I'll go down and get Shock Storm, go over, get the Stare, go down and get Shock and Awe, and then get 1-2 boom, and that will finish up the build. Getting 1-2 boom at the end is pretty neat. I'm really excited to get the upshot robot. I think that's gonna be a neat ability. So I've got to get a few more levels, and I may just skip and get the upshot robot, then pick up Potent as a Pony. But I feel like Potent as a Pony is going to give us a little bit more duration, a little bit more sustain. Because if you haven't realized, me and Eric, we're scrubs, so I need all the help I can get. And I think this will just, like I said, I just think this is going to be like a really fun build. But that's it for this video, guys. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Don't forget to check out the Borderlands playthrough. At the end of the video, there'll be a link that you can click that takes you to the playlist. And at some point during the video, a little eye should have popped up that takes you to the playlist. You can click that to check out where we're at in the Borderlands playthrough. But this is Emerald Void, guys, and I've got one question for you. Are you feeling nostalgic yet?